Hey guys, welcome back for another video at Namita NR, and as you can see I'm kind of opening up this canvas right now. I'm wondering why? Well, it's because it's my friend's birthday tomorrow and I thought of creating something really special through my hands. Now before we begin, I'd like to alarm you guys that I've never created a piece of work through a sponge ever before, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out to be, but just keep watching. Here's the sponge. I'm actually gonna take bits of it out so it adds on texture as I dab it on paint as I work my way through the canvas. Just like that. Spread it around. Yeah. I actually wanted to work on a circular canvas just because it's very different from the ordinary, but I couldn't get my hands on one, so I stuck with this rectangular shaped canvas. Sad story, I know. So all I'm trying to do here is add on a gradient of colors just to have this little background going on for my scenery that I'll be putting on next. So as you can tell, I'm going for a very landscape look for this painting. I honestly started painting when I was very little, to draw a lot, sketch a lot, color books and whatnot. I was initially always interested in painting in general. I haven't kind of painted in a while. This is not actually painting. I don't know if this is called painting or considered painting, but since it is on a canvas and I'm using paint, I think it is painting. Oh well. At this point, I actually thought I was almost done until I saw that white little spot in the center and I thought it wasn't enough, and so I headed up and tried to lengthen it just like that, and everything started to topple, and so I had to revisit all those layers again just like this and come to a point where I was feeling satisfied. I couldn't really film this whole segment because my cell phone died in the middle, but this is the final look. As I mentioned earlier, I was gonna go ahead and put on a scenery with black paint, but I thought since this is gonna be a gift, I'd like to customize it for the birthday person. So in a way it is special and not for anybody else random. So I went ahead and asked the person what his favorite quote is or a reminder, and thought of choosing the reminder. So here it is. I'm writing on the canvas with a marker first, so I have a base that I could trace on with my paint next, because I don't want to go directly with the paint and mess the whole thing, right? So here's a great technique, guys, if ever you're just like me and don't want to take the risk. I've never written on a canvas before, so this was really new to me. I didn't feel like the whole thing was coming together, and so I had to go in and drop white paint on the letters for highlight purposes. At this point, I still felt as if something was lacking, which for me were the stars. So I splashed white paint just like that, and then added gold paint on it so it appears more like stars. And this. Didn't like it, and so I had to rush back and try to take off as much paint as I can so it does not leave a mark on the canvas. This is me just trying to fix the whole thing again. One of the things I love about painting, you see, that is like it's okay to mess up and you don't really need to be perfect, and also you can develop your ideas as you work through, and if you do really mess up, just like me there, it's alright. You can always let it dry and revisit, put on those layers, and you're good to go. Yeah, that's just me. I like to also get the sides just because I think that brings the whole painting together and it's nicer. I haven't really seen people do that, but I really like to do that. So after I took those shots, I knew I was at the very end of my whole work process. Here, I just decided to add final touches to the letters and the background. This whole painting took me almost 5 hours to complete, that too only with a sponge, and this is the final look. end result. If you like my video, please give it a big thumbs up. Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and the bell notification icon so you can get updates.